Welcome back to The Economist, where we unpack the world's most important ideas without sounding like a textbook written by a robot. I'm Irene, your narrator for today, and we're diving into a topic that's been buzzing in boardrooms, classrooms, and even awkward family dinners. That's diversity, equity, and inclusion. Or as your cousin might say, that thing HR keeps emailing me about. Now, before you roll your eyes and click away thinking this is just another corporate buzzword salad, hold up. DEI isn't just a trendy acronym. It's a framework that's reshaping how we work, live, and interact. And yes, it's more than just slapping a rainbow sticker on your company logo during Pride Month. Let's start with the D in DEI, diversity. This one's the easiest to grasp. Diversity means difference. It's the variety of identities, backgrounds, perspectives, and experiences that people bring to the table. Think of it like a potluck dinner. If everyone brings jollof rice, it's going to be a very spicy, but very repetitive evening. But if one person brings jollof, another brings sushi, someone else brings tacos, and your aunt shows up with that mystery casserole she always makes, now you've got a feast. That's diversity. In the workplace, diversity means hiring people of different races, genders, ages, religions, abilities, and more. It's about representation. But here's the kicker. Diversity alone doesn't guarantee anything. You can have a room full of different people and still have a culture that feels like a high school clique. That's where the E and I come in. Equity is the next piece. And no, it's not the same as equality. Equality is giving everyone the same thing. Equity is giving people what they need to succeed. Imagine you're at a concert and everyone's trying to see over a fence. Equality gives everyone the same stool. Equity gives the tall person no stool, the average height person one stool, and the short person two stools. Now everyone can see Beyonce. That's equity. In real life, equity means recognizing that people start from different places and adjusting policies, resources, and opportunities accordingly. It's about fairness, not sameness. And yes, that can be uncomfortable because it means admitting that some people have had a head start while others have been running uphill in flip-flops. Now let's talk about inclusion. This is the warm, fuzzy part. Inclusion is making sure everyone feels welcome, valued, and heard. It's not just inviting people to the party. It's asking them to dance, letting them pick the playlist, and making sure there's food they can actually eat. Inclusion is the difference between being tolerated and being celebrated. In a workplace, inclusion means creating a culture where people aren't afraid to speak up, where their ideas are respected, and where they don't feel like they have to hide parts of themselves to fit in. It's about belonging. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to feel like they belong? So now that we've defined DEI, let's talk about why it matters. And no, it's not just because your company wants to look good on LinkedIn. Studies show that diverse teams perform better. They're more innovative, more creative, and better at solving complex problems. Why? Because different perspectives lead to better ideas. If everyone in the room thinks the same way, you're basically brainstorming with a mirror. Equity helps reduce turnover. When people feel like they're being treated fairly, they're more likely to stick around. And inclusion boosts morale. When people feel seen and heard, they're more engaged. It's not rocket science, it's human nature. But here's where things get tricky. DEI isn't just about hiring a few people from underrepresented groups and calling it a day. It's about changing systems And systems don't like to change. They're like that one office printer that jams every time you try to print something important. You know the one. Implementing DEI means looking at hiring practices, promotion policies, pay structures, training programs, and company culture. It means asking hard questions like, who's getting the opportunities? Who's being left out? Whose voices are being ignored? And yes, it means dealing with resistance. Some people hear DEI and immediately think political correctness gone wild. Others worry it's just performative. And let's be real, sometimes it is. Slapping a DEI statement on your website without doing the work is like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg. It looks nice, but it doesn't fix anything. So how do we do DEI right? First, it starts with leadership. If the people at the top don't believe in it, it's not going anywhere. Leaders need to model inclusive behavior, hold themselves accountable, and make DEI a strategic priority, not just a side project for HR. Second, it requires data. You can't fix what you don't measure. Companies need to track diversity metrics, analyze pay gaps, and survey employees about their experiences. And then, this is the hard part, they need to act on that data. Third, it takes education. DEI isn't intuitive for everyone. People need training on unconscious bias, cultural competency, and inclusive communication. And no, one workshop isn't enough. You wouldn't expect someone to become fluent in French after one Duolingo session, right? Fourth, it needs to be embedded in everything. DEI shouldn't be a separate initiative. It should be woven into hiring, onboarding, performance reviews, marketing, product development, and customer service. It's not a garnish. It's the main course. And finally, it requires humility. DEI isn't a destination. Mistakes will happen. People will say the wrong thing. Policies will miss the mark. But if the intention is genuine and the effort is consistent, progress is possible. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, DEI backlash. Yeah, it exists. Some people feel threatened by DEI. They worry it's exclusion in disguise, that it's about replacing one group with another. But that's a misunderstanding. DEI isn't about exclusion. It's about expansion. It's not about taking away opportunities. It's about creating more. It's not about guilt. It's about growth. And if we approach it with curiosity instead of defensiveness, we might just learn something. Let's lighten the mood for a second. Imagine a workplace where DEI is fully embraced. You walk in and see a team that looks like the United Nations. Everyone's voice is heard. The coffee machine works for everyone's taste, and the office playlist includes Afrobeats, K-pop, jazz, and Taylor Swift. That's not utopia. It's possible. And yes, DEI can be fun. Celebrating different cultures, learning new perspectives, and building inclusive teams can be joyful. It's not just about fixing problems. It's about creating something better. So whether you're a CEO, a student, a teacher, or just someone trying to make sense of the world, DEI matters. It's about building environments where everyone can thrive, where difference is valued, fairness is practiced, and belonging is real. And if you're still skeptical, ask yourself this. Would you rather work in a place where you feel invisible or one where you feel seen? Would you rather be part of a team that thinks the same or one that challenges you to grow? Would you rather be tolerated or celebrated? Exactly. Thanks for watching The Economist. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with someone who still thinks DEI is just a corporate trend. I'm Irene, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully in a world that's a little more diverse, a little more equitable, and a whole lot more inclusive.